Y'all, beef prices, especially ribeye prices, are crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm talking $17 to $22 a pound for just standard steak. The holidays are coming and you want to fix that prime rib roast, that oh so delicate, oh so tender roast for your spread, for your family. Well, you don't want to pay $150, $200 for that darn thing, right? What you want is under $60. I'm talking about in the $50 range. And it's gonna be oh so good groceries. Let me introduce you folks to Mr. Chuck Roast. I've been doing a little bit of research and I hear if you treat this properly, it will be just as good, if not better, than a ribeye with just a little bit of technique. And I will show you here. I wanted to run this by my buddy Brad over at the Butcher Wizard to see, hey Brad, can I use a chuck roast for a prime rib?
Thanks, Hussey, for bringing me on. I would love to share what I know about a chuck roast. So this is a chuck roll. This is only one muscle group in the entire chuck of the cow, which is only a front shoulder. Cows are big. I know, newsflash, right? Cows are big. But with a chuck roast, if you treat it right, you can cut it and tie it and make it a great prime rib alternative. I know at my local grocery store, they are getting like $20 to $25 a pound for prime ribs, especially in the holiday season. And if you take a chuck roast, tie it up, treat it right, it can be a great alternative to prime rib. It's gonna be so tender and so beautiful. You can get a chuck roast at the grocery store for like $10 a pound. That's so much cheaper. And if you go to Sam's or you go to Costco and get a whole chuck roll, just take a knife and slice it right here. You can even save even more, around like $6 a pound for this whole chuck roll. So again, we can get into the weeds of meat butchery all day. Back to you, Hussey. Show us what to do, how to cook this great piece of meat, and get the most out of it for this especially holiday season. Man, let's go.
Awesome info, Brad. You are probably one of my go-to sources for how to breaking down beef and all that kind of good stuff. If you haven't already, give Brad a look over on his channel. But I went over to my local butchers over at Colonial Meats in Trinity, Thomasville, North Carolina, whatever. And I said, dog, give me a chuck roast. And so what they had to do was, and Brad goes over it in his channel, he takes a whole chuck roll and he breaks it down. And that's exactly what Todd did for me over at the butcher. Now, when you go to the grocery store, you will see chuck roast. And what they've done is they've cut this chuck roast here and they've cut it down. All you gotta do is ask them, hey, I want a big portion of this whole chuck roast, whole, maybe 5 pounds, 7, this is 7 pounds. This is gonna feed a lot of people, y'all. And under 60 bucks, how about that? I mean, that's unheard of. So what we're gonna do a little bit of, just a little bit of something on this chuck roast. I'm gonna take it out of its packaging first, but I mean, that's a big old hunk of meat right there. I mean, kind of reminds me of myself, you know what I'm saying? All right, we got this big old monstrosity of some meat out of the package, and we wanna take paper towels and just wanna get it kind of dry, okay? What we're about to do is kind of optional. You don't really have to do this, but might be needed. There we go. Wipe up that right there. Okay. Now, what you'll see is there's like a separation right there, okay? And what I've heard is you might want to kind of separate that out, and there's some silver skin, because what we're gonna do is, how we're gonna make this tender is, if you haven't already guessed, we're gonna sous vide it. And what does sous vide mean? Well, I'll pop it up right here by about, whew, watch out, Hussey. And what you'll do is once you kind of run your knife along, it just kind of, this seam just kind of comes off. And you see this stuff right here? You really don't want it. But this does two things. Number one, you don't have to have this piece of gristle. Aunt Helen, when she gets it in her dang rib roast, she's gonna be like, oh my God, Philip, what the heck is this in my mouth? Oh my gosh. Number one, it don't break down. Number two, just don't, it ain't real good. So, but this gives us a great opportunity to put some seasoning right in the middle of this sucker. So, just gonna separate this down where it just kind of naturally separates. Just take your knife sometimes, and you can see there's a lot of silver skin right there. This is my buddy Brad's knife right here, actually. He's got a couple knives that he sells, and what I like is it's not gonna break the bank, but they're really sharp, and I use them all the time. So I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna take this silver skin off because the sous vide is not gonna break it out or break it down, man. So this is what I like to do, is just kind of take the tip here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, maybe like right there. You see what is kind of go right up under that skin. Just try to get some, and then just kind of run it along parallel to the roast. Just like that. Now, you can go as crazy as you want, but I'm not gonna go that crazy. There's a little bit of that silver skin right here too. And we're just gonna kind of bring our knife. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, you cook this for the old Andersons. That's what you do, and you give it to them without this stuff cut out. Let old Jeff just hack up this dang silver skin. Be like, you all right, Jeff? I mean, let's face it, you do this, it's cheap enough to give to, you know, the Andersons. So there you go. That looks pretty clean, I'd say. You know, yeah. It's gonna take waka. All right, now I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back. All right, got a little bit of heifer dust and we're gonna season this dude up. If you haven't already, get your sous vide up temperature, get it out, get it ready. I'm gonna put a little bit of this W sauce on it. Love this. Love this sauce. It's really good. This is a great opportunity. Oh man, my dang guy's here to mow my yard. This is a great opportunity to season the inside of this sucker. All right, boom, 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 boom. All right, now we just flip it over just like that. I'm gonna take this and just kind of fold in because we're going to tie this. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. Every time I don't know how to tie, I am gonna ask my buddy Brad yet again, hook me up, Brad, and let me know how in the heck can I tie these things and not forget. Brad, take it away.
Hussey, I definitely can help you out with tying a roast. This is what I live to do. I love to teach, so we're gonna do this. So basically we're gonna take our roast. The reason that we do this is because this roast is all kind of flat and different angles. We want to make the whole thing nice and round. That way everything cooks at the same rate. So that's why we butcher's tie in the first place. But let's show you how to do it. So you're gonna take your butcher's twine. We're gonna get a little bit of twine on the outside here. Like, you're gonna go underneath your roast. You wanna tie about every inch, inch and a half, somewhere like that. And then you're gonna leave about 4 inches on one side, just like that. You're gonna take the part that's still connected, and you're gonna take 2 fingers, and you're gonna go around 2 times, okay? Made a loop 2 times. And then you're gonna reach in and pull the end that's not connected, and you're gonna cinch it tight. The reason we went through all that rigmarole was to make sure that it stays taut. So look, I got my hands off there. It's, you know when you wrap a Christmas present and you're doing a ribbon and you have to have someone to hold their finger there? This way you don't need someone to hold your finger. So we're gonna go ahead and hold it taut and then make a regular overhand knot. I know it's like Boy Scouts, right? Overhand knots. Yeah, I had to go back. And then go ahead and cinch it up, okay? Then you go ahead and take the 2 ends and cut them, and then that is our first tie right there. I'm gonna show you a little bit closer up, so we're gonna do a little slower so we can kind of like get the whole thing. You can get it, just practice. All right, one more time. We're gonna take our string, our twine, go underneath, leaving about 4 to 5 inches on this side. We're then gonna take our side that's still connected, and we're gonna go twice around, okay, making a loop, and then grabbing that loose end right there so we can cinch it down. Okay, it stays there pretty well, so we can then go ahead and make our regular overhand knot. There we go. Go ahead and then cut the ends, and then we do it again. Here we go, we'll do it again, twice around, pick up the loose string, and then cinch it up. Make your knot, boom, we are done. So what we've basically done is cinched up this whole roast so it's nice and compact, and it'll roast really, really well and cook very, very evenly.
Thanks, Brad, for that. Man, I always got to look, or I just can't remember. But as you recall, we flapped that over, And the reason why we want to tie this is we want to bunch this up, and that way it just keeps everything tight. If I put it on there like that, it would just look kind of sloppy. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie her up. I'm just going to put these pieces of string here, just going to kind of every so often kind of close together, and then we're going to see where we're at. And I thought about I might need one to go around the whole thing. We'll see. I'm gonna take our ends. Boy, about messed up here. Alrighty, so I've got to pinch these. We'll loop that around, basically making a slip knot. That's basically what you're doing. And you're gonna see right here, it just kind of brings everything together. And when we slice this sucker, it's gonna look dang near like a prime rib. So we'll go ahead and tie just a regular old knot once I got it cinched down. There we go. There's one side. Now I'm gonna come over here to this other edge. Come around here. There we go. Now we're gonna tie this booger up. Boy, this thing, nobody's gonna know that you didn't pay a lot of money for them. You know, booyah, buddy. Now, that was hard for y'all to see, I know. I almost thought about bringing one around here. I might still just do that. Let's do that. Just kind of makes everything bunched up together. Go this way. I can't do it the other way for whatever reason. Okay, dominant hand, loop her around, come back through. It's a little bit too short almost, but I think I got it. I think I got it. There we go, look at that. Whoop. Uh-oh, I think I may have messed up. It's not holding. Yep, I messed up. I need a bigger string, that's what the problem is. There we go. It's all about practice. A little string kind of got me. All right, let's try this again. There we go, much better. Wasted a little bit of string, but you know what? That's okay. That's much better. Yeah, now that thing right there, it's gonna be nice and tight. It's gonna hold together nicely. All right, now we're just gonna cut these strings off. I don't wanna go too loose or close to the knot because, yeah, just don't wanna do that. You wanna leave some room just in case it comes loose. So, there we go. And you might have company coming over and you don't want them to talk trash about, you know, about your loops. But look at that. That right there kind of looks janky, but it's okay. It's all right. Now, we're gonna do one more thing to this, and we're gonna sear this first. And we're gonna do that over on the griddle. So let's get ready. Let's go over there. Let's get this thing seared off, and then the magic happens. Getting this thing seasoned up, going with this heifer dust. Just gonna go very liberally all over the whole roast, just to make sure every piece is covered. This is a big old hunk of meat, y'all. It will take a lot of seasoning. That's what we're going to use your favorite. Interested in that? Right now, running a special. This kind of like a holiday thing. Orders $39 and over, gets free shipping. So check that out. Just like that, I think that is good. Man, our roast looks fantastic. Now, let's head over to the griddle. This thing's pre-warmed. We'll get it on a smoking hot griddle, get it seared on all sides. Then we're gonna bag it and we're gonna say goodnight to it. My mowing guy's here. Gonna take a break, all right? I see Jeff. You're looking over there, ain't you, boy? Well, Maggie, she's been sniffing around this old roast. All right, we got some nice wisp of smoke coming off the griddle. I'm gonna come in with just a little bit of avocado oil. So I'm going to start with the sides first. We're searing temperatures here, so we're going 425, 450. Nice plug for my temperature, griddle temperature chart. It'll be in my YouTube shop. And again, we're just looking for some color here, some flavor, that caramelization. You could just as well go ahead and put this in the bag and put it into the sous vide. Choice is yours. Another option is to smoke it for a little while, then bag it, then sous vide it, and then sear it later. But I kind of like both ways. It's kind of how you want to do it. Did my little trick for searing. That's right here, just kind of works it around everywhere. I think I got a piece of, look at that right there. All right, let's go on this side. Oh yeah. So this is a good time here. Just take your time and do this properly, and you're gonna have an awesome roast. This right here, if you haven't seen before, I like to move my steaks kind of around to get a nice sear. What that does is it just kind of smears this meat all over the griddle top, all the hot spots, and it kind of flattens out and it gets you a better sear. All right, now this thing's seared great. Now we're gonna take our seared, whoa, geez, gosh almighty. Put it in this is a 2-gallon baggie, all right? Just like that. And this is what we're going to put in our sous vide. Our sous vide's running behind us here, and we're gonna try to get most of the air out. These are pretty cool. These are like a little holder. I went with a 2-gallon baggie because this is a big old roast. So I'm just gonna try to get all the air out. But let's go over here to the sous vide, and we'll show you how to get the rest of the air out. Sous vide's running at 131 degrees. It's perfect medium rare. So we're gonna drop our roast down. You can see this air bubble right here. So we don't need that. So if you take and just open your bag up a little bit and then push the bag down, what happens is the water pushes air out of that, and that way it don't float on you. All right. So how long is this gonna take? I notice what you're saying. You too, Jeff. Griddle's over here just smoking like a dang freight train. Smoking like a dang 1980s. Mom, come on. My mom included. All right, I'm gonna turn that griddle off. We're gonna let this go for 24 hours. Yes, the next day. I know, people's like, I don't have time, Hussy. But listen, this right here, you just saved over, I don't know, $100, maybe? $100? And it's gonna be perfectly medium rare. This is no frills, no complications, 131 degrees. It can't get any hotter. It's gonna be perfect. We might put a little bit more sear on it afterwards, but I mean, just a little bit of planning and it's done. All you gotta do is spend 10 minutes searing it later on. See you tomorrow, suckers. I was kind of worried if it would hold 131 degrees at night. It hadn't gotten too cold, but doing pretty good. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been 24 hours. I haven't slept. I'm just kidding. I slept like a baby. That's the great thing about sous vide is it just goes. You know, I checked on it last night. I was thinking, I left it right here. I was wondering if the overnight it got cool, but using this with the lid helps things a lot. So let's get this thing out. I checked on it last night. It feels nice and squishy. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a little snafu. My bag, my 2-gallon bag, I didn't get it closed well. And I'm glad I caught it. I caught it quickly. But let me put this on my tray over here. I caught it very quickly, thankfully. But there you go, it's not very glamorous at all. I caught it very quickly. I noticed, like, man, that sure is a lot of liquid. So for whatever reason, none was coming out in my water, but it was going into my bag. But you know, that's the way it goes. I generally like to double bag my items because of that. I didn't, so there we have it. Little issue. But that's what we do, we learn. So let's get this thing out of the bag, and we want to give it a little bit of time to dry off. So I'm just going to take my knife, and ooh, it smells so good. It smells beefy. So there you have it. All right, there. If you want to take those juices, make like an au jus, go right ahead. You can do that. I generally don't. So I'm just going to take some paper towels and blot this. I want to make sure it's dry, okay? I mean, I can push in to that right there, and it's it's pretty awesome. All right, so that is it right there. What you think? It's gonna be good. It's gonna be some good groceries. Definitely good groceries, and definitely some cheaper groceries, okay? That's the main thing. So we're gonna let this kind of just hang out for just a little while. It's cooked perfectly, okay? We don't have to worry about that. But we got a few other things to do. Well, what is that, Hussy? I'm glad you asked. I'll just leave you right there. We'll make an au jus. I got a pan right here. I got a little bit of water. I got my griddle on, maybe quarter cup, half cup of water. I've used this before. This is like a restaurant au jus packet. You can make your own au jus if you can get some beef consomme, you know, that kind of stuff. But what I found is these things, these mixes right here are just as good. Y'all let me know down below. Y'all like an au jus with your prime rib? I know I do. And then we're gonna make something else. We'll make a little horseradish sauce. That's the other thing I like. How you make it, Hussy? Well, I'm glad you asked. A little sour cream. Just a little sour cream right there. Had to go steal that from the house upstairs. I'm gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise. I'm gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I've been really digging this brand, this W sauce. It's really good. Next, horseradish. Use however much horseradish you need. Got one of the people that follows the channel, I think this Silver Spring brand, I think that's where he lives. It's up in Wisconsin, I believe. Jeffrey is his name. I haven't seen old Jeffrey in a while. Jeffrey, if you're around, holla, buddy. Give me a holla. Give me a holla. Now, one thing I like to do, and I like a little sweetness to mine. So I add a pinch of sugar. Oh, while you're at it, we're gonna sear this thing off one more time. So we're gonna get our griddle up to a really high temperature. Let's mix our juice up here. Give it a try. That's good. What you could do, come in with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce too. That gives it a good little flavor. Also like to come in with a little bit of heifer dust. Y'all know what that heifer dust is. And just like I said, I think it needs a little bit more of this mix. So we'll put some more of that. That's good. And what I like, you go to those, I got a US Foods or US Chef store from US Foods in Winston near me. And you can get this kind of stuff that like restaurants use all over the place. One of my most favorite places in the whole wide world. And it happens to be my buddy Brad's, who you saw in this video as well. Alrighty, that juice, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, let it kind of simmer, and it's gonna reduce. It's gonna be awesome. Put this out of the way, this out of the way. I need to mix this up a little bit more. Old boys over there, they doing some mowing. That's a good horseradish right there. The longer it sets, the better. Ideally, make it the day before. It's always better. We need to take our big old roast, our big old hunk of meat. We need to do something with it. Now, it is perfectly cooked. We can eat it just like this, but it don't look that great. We need to make it look great. So we are going to refire this. We're going to season it some more, and we're going to sear it a little bit more. I know, you're probably saying, Hussy, that's a lot of work. It's worth it, okay? It's worth it. I am going to take just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of heifer dust. The exterior is really dry because we took a paper towel to it, obviously. So we need something for it to stick to. A little something. Need something to stick to. Well, Jeff, them Andersons, I see them looking over here at this roast. They're thinking, dang, Hussy, I paid $200 for my prime rib roast, and you pay $50 for yours. The world, dude. Mine's gonna taste better, Jeff. Mine's gonna taste better, okay? It's a big old hunk of meat. It can take it. Alrighty, there we go. All right, we'll wait for our griddle. We got that thing, it's smoking, it's going, but I want it a little hotter. So we're gonna wait another minute, and we're gonna put our roast on the griddle. Let's go. I would say our griddle's nice and hot. All griddle burners are on high. Yep, everything's high. Got a little bit of bubble right there. I'm gonna take some avocado oil right here into the center. I'll take our hunk of meat. We're gonna put it right there to get this thing nice and seared. I'm gonna press down on it. Hopefully you can hear me from the guys over here working. I didn't think about this, but I'm worried that where I cut it in the middle, I'm worried that it's gonna stay together after I undo the knot. We'll see, or the string. Right here at the end, I got some lovely butter that we're gonna baste this in. Make a nice exterior. I'm gonna cut the burners down now. I mean, they're nice and hot. And I'm just going to put the butter down. If you want some garlic, some rosemary, thyme, you know, that kind of thing, that would be a great time to add those aromatics. But we're just going butter. That butter's gonna give it a nice crust as well. Those milk solids are gonna start kind of browning up. Makes it brown a lot easier. Yeesh. Put it on that side for a little bit. Woo-wee. Want to put it back onto, it's good now. I'll take it off. We'll put it back onto our pan. We'll get these lovely juices. Pour them right over top. Oh man, that's just a beauty right there. Let's take this back over to the cutting board. All right, all right. Our au jus is done. Let's see if I can pour this. Oh yeah, there we go. I love that little au jus horseradish sauce combo, boy. Woo. So good, so good. Man, we gotta slice this up. But I don't know if I want to or not. I got to though, I got to. Gotta show the people. All right, man, this thing is super, I mean, look at that, it is spongy. Probably gonna be better than a ribeye. All righty, let's do this. I'm gonna cut one of these off. Or if you want to give these to, you know, the uncle you don't like, you know, you can do that. That's right, I got one coming that way too. We'll leave the rest on for a second. Let's get this first piece. Let's get this first piece cut. I always like the first piece. That's always a good one. Oh man, it is so, look at that right there. Look at that. Take that off. It's just falling apart. There we go. Look at that. My friends. Woo! What we got to do now is we have to try this groceries. Okay, so what do you think? Is it tender? Is it tender? Well, I mean, look at that. Look how it's just falling apart. Look at that. Oh man, it's beefy. So there's a couple different, this was kind of like the top of the roast, and this is the bottom, I think. But look at this, it just pulls apart. That's better than prime rib. It's so much more meaty or beefy tasting. That's so good. Just au jus. Come here, au jus. You can cut this with a fork. I know a lot of people say that. Let's dip it in this au jus. Yeah. You ain't getting none of this, bro. Look at this horseradish. Little horsey. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, don't let the sous vide intimidate you. Don't let it. It was super easy. I mean, I did it. I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just a regular old guy. Yeah, good. I think you put this in front of anybody, they'll think it's a rib roast, a prime rib. This is super, super good. Y'all, I appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you watching this. It was a blast to make. I want to thank my buddy Brad over at Butcher Wizard. I want you to also check out, he's got a book out now. Go check it out. I'll leave a link down below. If I could put it in my YouTube shop, that'd be great too. But I think it's over on Amazon. He's also got knives. You saw me just cut this, super, super, super sharp. But yeah, he's got a lot of information on his channel. It's good, good stuff. I appreciate you, Brad, for collaborating with me on this video or on this recipe.
Now that is some good groceries. Great job, man. It looks beautiful. Thanks for having me on, and I can't wait to try this recipe for myself. Thank you.
Guys, I appreciate you. Hey, there will be some bloopers at the end of this. And also, there at the end, there'll be, also check out this video right here that YouTube thinks you need to watch next. Hey, I love you, appreciate you. See you. Maggie, this is really good. Come here, girl. With the Maggie tax, yes, good girl. Do you like that? Huh? You do. Want another piece? Yeah, you do. You deserve another piece. You worked hard today. Yes, ma'am. All right, girl. Tell everybody you said bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Washi, washi. Washi, washi. Your hand. Washi, washi. Washi, washi. All right. Okay. All right. All right. We washi, washi. We washi, washi. A little sip of Waterloo. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy. What do we need on this thing, Maggie?